In the IELTS reading test, examinees may be asked to match sections of a paragraph to headings. Hi, I'm Beth. Welcome back to IELTS Trainer Pro, where we break down the different types of questions in the IELTS reading test and give tips on acing your IELTS exam. In today's video lesson, we are going to talk about one specific reading task, which is called matching headings. In the IELTS reading test, examinees may be asked to match sections of a paragraph to headings, and this is called matching headings. Headings are short sentences or phrases that summarize the information stated in a section of a text. This assesses your ability to understand the main idea of a certain paragraph. Normally, there are 5 to 9 headings, and you will be asked to match one section of a text to one heading. Remember that a heading can only be used once. There are always more headings than the paragraphs. When doing matching headings questions, remember to keep these tips in mind. Number 1 is to start with the text and not the headings. Since this is a test of our ability in understanding the main idea of a passage, it is just logical to start with the text. The idea is to read each paragraph one at a time and identify what the main topic is. There is no need for you to read all the sentences in the paragraph, nor to worry about unfamiliar words. All you need to do is to skim over the sentences in the paragraph to get an overall view of what is being discussed in the passage. Reading the first, the second, and the last sentences in each paragraph will already be enough for you to get an idea of what the topic is all about. There are times, however, that the topic sentence is in the middle of a paragraph. Number 2 is to create your own heading. After skimming over a paragraph, try to come up with your own heading that would summarize the information of the sentences that you've read. Make sure, though, that it will encompass the main idea and not just the specific details. Our last tip is to read the headings and choose. Having your own heading in mind, you are now ready to look at the choices and choose a sentence or a phrase that is closely related to the one which you came up with. Read the headings very carefully and beware of options that use the same vocabulary as the passage. This is usually a trap. If you cannot pick one, then you have to take note of the possible answers and move on to the next paragraph as not to waste time. You can always go back to it once you figure out the answers for the succeeding paragraphs. Repeat 3 steps until you're done matching headings in all the paragraphs of a text. For our practice, I will be showing you 2 paragraphs, and below each paragraph you're going to see the list of headings where you have to choose from. First, let us read the instruction. It says that we are expected to read 2 paragraphs and that we need to write the Roman numeral of the heading that we are going to choose. You may pause the video to have time reading the 2 paragraphs and to choose the best heading for each. Get your answers ready and compare them to the answers I will reveal as we discuss each paragraph. Let's look at paragraph A. The first 3 sentences of the paragraph already give out the answer. The greenhouse is a house made of glass. It has a glass wall and a glass roof. People grow tomatoes and flowers and other plants in them. The writer started the passage by defining what a greenhouse is. Probably his purpose is to tell the reader what he is going to be talking about in the succeeding paragraphs. For my own heading, I think it would be Definition of a Greenhouse. Now let us go to the options and look for a heading that matches what paragraph A is about. And there we have it. Option 2. What a greenhouse is. A heading that sums up what the 3 sentences convey. Now it's time for paragraph B. The first line of the second paragraph says, Earth's atmosphere does the same thing as the greenhouse. And as we go skimming the next sentences, the writer talked about the functions of the Earth's atmosphere and how similar it is to the greenhouse in keeping warm temperatures. If I had to think of my own heading for this paragraph, it would be Similarities between Earth and greenhouses. Among the options, the closest is number 6. How is Earth a greenhouse? Let us recall the tips we learned today in answering matching headings questions. Number 1, start with the text and not the headings. Number 2 is to create your own heading. And finally, to read headings and choose the best option. Watch out for more tips on answering the different types of questions in the IELTS reading test. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more updates. See you next time.